On a bright summer morning, ghosts lose their terror and fear seems far away. Practical issues become more important, but after a good night's sleep, even these seem easier to tackle. After, of course, you solve the first problem of getting up.
Oh, come on, wake up, William. William, wake up.
Oh. What's up? Oh, I've had a terrible dream about ghosts.
It wasn't a dream.
Oh. Look, Sergeant Cornfield will be here soon. We can help him with the investigation. Why should we? He doesn't believe us. Besides, I'm tired.
Certainly don't look too good.
I didn't sleep too well.
Well, I suppose you did thinking about ghosts.
I told you I don't believe in ghosts.
Not much.
I don't.
But why couldn't you get to sleep then?
Because I was thinking of some logical explanation.
You and your logic. It could have been a ghost, you know.
It'd take more than that to convince me.
It'll probably come back just for that. It'll convince you, all right.
You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know anything about ghosts. You're just a lot of hot air sometimes.
I do know.
Like, how do you know?
Well,
I
just know.
Boys, breakfast is ready, Sergeant Cornfield will be here soon.
It was right here.
Are there any hoof prints?
There's too much gravel to establish anything for certain.
So it could have been a ghost.
Why unlock the front door? I thought ghosts could walk through walls and doors and things.
They can.
Well, this one didn't. She unlocked the door.
Maybe the ghost unlocked it. So that everything would be exactly how it was when Vanessa Martin was killed. Well, it's very mysterious.
Aye, so it is. Something, or someone, is up to no good.
Benjamin, you're here early.
Ah, protecting valuable property.
Me? Well, I've lived here all these years. You'd never bothered before.
Not you, love, the ring.
Benjamin. Now, you haven't forgotten. You said you'd see Mr. Partridge about the arrangements.
First chance I get, love.
Is that why you're here so early?
Well, no, not exactly. Mary, have you seen or heard anything strange in the village since last night?
No, why?
Well, last night, young William woke the whole household up. He said he heard someone screaming downstairs. He looked out the window, saw this woman run across the courtyard and get knocked down by a horse. Then it galloped off towards the village.
Well, who was the woman?
Well, when William got down there was no one there.
He must have been dreaming.
Yeah, I'd have thought so, except the front door was wide open and Benson definitely locked and bolted it.
Oh.
You didn't hear anything then?
No. Oh. Oh, morning, Mr. Partridge. Another early bird.
Mary, I appear to have run out of tea. Would it be legal for you to sell me some?
Oh, Mr. Partridge, would you like a cup?
Well, I rather thought a packet.
No. No, I've just made some. We've got time before I have to open the shop.
Oh, well, yes, in that case, I'd be delighted.
I thought you would. I know you'll have a cup. Perhaps Mr. Partridge can help you. Maybe he heard something.
Help? In what way?
Definitely been horses through here.
Well, it is the stable.
I know that. Can't tell if a horse came through last night, though.
I thought you were trained in detection.
Criminals on criminals, not horses. Quite a different matter.
Sergeant
I could tell...
Jonathan, quick! There!
What?
The horse, the white horse. I just remembered the horse I saw was a white one, like that one.
They're called greys, not whites.
Greys, whites. The horse I saw was like that one.
And why didn't you tell me before?
Just forgot.
You just forgot, eh?
Sergeant!
This horse was out last night.
Really? How'd you know?
It's mud splattered. Someone never put it away dirty, and this door was open.
Did you open the door, William?
No, sir. Must have been open all the time. I never noticed.
Aye, there seemed to be quite a few things you didn't notice till it suited you. Right. You two run along. I'd like to have a word with the stable boy.
Oh, that'll be Sam. Shall I fetch him for you?
No, I'll find him myself. Things are beginning to fall into place. Pays to be methodical, leave no stone unturned. I think we'll soon know just how real your ghost is.
Well, I only said it could have been a ghost.
Well, I can understand your skepticism, Benjamin, but the possibility can't be ruled out. Oh, well. Thank you very much for the cup of... Oh, Mary. Oh, congratulations. I'm delighted for you both. Well done. Have you settled on a date yet? Well, I expect you'll be wanting to come and see me.
About the arrangements, aye.
Good, splendid. Well, anytime. I think I'd better go straight home and telephone Lady Jane and see if I can be of help to her in this other matter.
About the arrangements,
Yes,
Vicar.
Benjamin, anytime. No, I don't know. It never rains, but it... Yes, well, goodbye.
Well, what did he mean?
Well, it doesn't look as though he's going to get Stilgar Lodge for the orphanage, after all.
Oh, why not?
Well, after giving his report, the surveyor now says that Stilgar Lodge is unsafe due to mining from the Annerley pit.
Oh, no.
I always thought it was an agreement not to mine under Stilgar Lodge.
Well, what about the lodge gate seam?
Well, that should stop at the Carliston boundary. I've got to find out for sure somehow.
I know. I'll go and see old Mr. Hobson. He's retired now, but he worked at the Annerley pit for years. If anyone would know, he would.
That's a good idea, Mary. I'm driving Lady Flaxton over to Annerley this morning to see that surveyor chap, so I'll see what I can find out from the pit too.
All right, love. See you later. Let me know how you get on with your ghost.
Oh, I admit you can see the forecourt quite clearly from here now. But at night time it'd be quite a different proposition.
There was a bright moon last night, Sergeant.
Aye, and it was from this window that William saw the woman knocked down by the horse.
Yes, that's right.
Then he and your son ran down the stairs and out into the forecourt.
Well, as I said before, and I followed them. When we got there was no one to be seen.
Aye. And what do you think of the boy's story, Lady Flaxton?
I believe William saw what he said he saw. I'm not sure as to who or what caused it.
Aye. Well, thank you for letting me see the boy's bedroom. I'd like to speak to the servants before I go, if I may.
Yes, I've arranged that, Sergeant. I've asked Benson to gather the servants in the kitchen for you to talk to, Sergeant.
Thank you, Lady Flaxton.
Did you find anything in the grounds?
As a matter of fact, I did, but I'd rather not reveal my findings till I've seen the servants.
Oh, as you wish. You know where the kitchens are.
Yes, thank you, Lady Flaxton. Oh, I think I'll soon be able to prove there are no ghosts at Flaxton Hall.
Strange. What on earth are you doing?
We're just looking round.
Oh, frightened the life out of me. I wondered who on earth it was.
We've been investigating. Yes, very methodically. Wait till you see what we found.
Excuse me. Flaxton Hall. Oh, hello, Mr. Partridge. Yes, it's dreadful, isn't it? Well, Sergeant Cornfield is here now. Thank you, but I really don't think there's anything to be done for the moment. Oh, yes, I've had some thought about that. I'm on my way to see Mr. Wilkinson shortly. Well, we could meet here about 4 o'clock, go through the papers and discuss our plan of action. Thank you for calling, Mr. Partridge. Goodbye. Oh, now, boys, what was it you wanted to see me about?
Oh, sure, Mother William. We found this, Lady Jane. Is it yours?
No, I don't think so. I don't seem to recognize it. Well, where did you find it, William?
It was over here.
Hmm?
It was fought and torn down here. It must be hers. The ghost, I mean. She must have dropped it. Ghosts don't drop real things.
No, I think you're right, William. But there must be an explanation for this.
So you see, the whole thing's quite simple.
I saw it.
Ah, you saw the horse. I spoke to your groom, and he confirms that your grey horse must have got out sometime during the night. This morning, the stable door was open, and the horse was dirty. and he remembers brushing it last night.
As he always does, and Sam wouldn't forget to close the door.
Yes, but what about the front door?
Oh, Sergeant, you're surely not suggesting that Benson forgets to lock the front door on the very night that Sam forgot to close the door of one of the stables?
A coincidence.
Well, a very strange coincidence.
But a coincidence nonetheless. I think this lad woke from a bad dream. He heard an owl hoot, which in his mind he took for a scream. Then, still only half awake, he saw the horse gallop past the window, and in the dark, he thought he saw this Vanessa Marden or a ghost knocked down by that horse.
I did see it, I did. What about the book? Well, that's still missing.
I find your explanation most unsatisfactory, Sergeant.
Well, there is one other, if I might make so bold.
And what is that?
Well, I know, lads. I've got a couple of my own. There's nothing they like doing more than, some call them hoaxes, others pranks.
You really believe that Jonathan and William have got up to this by themselves?
Well, every possibility must be investigated, madam.
Well, it wasn't us.
No, it wasn't us.
Ah, well, fair enough. I still think my first theory was the correct one. I've spoken to everybody in the house, and nobody as yet lays claim to any knowledge of this piece of lace, but I've no doubt someone will remember something in a day or two.
And you're leaving it like that?
Nothing else I can do at the moment, my lady. If anything else should happen, then telephone me, and I'll be here as soon as you like. Good day, Lady Flaxton.
Good
Boys.
day, Sergeant.
Sir.
Benjamin.
Car is ready, my lady.
Thank you, Benjamin.
Lads,
Sir? Benjamin?
the sergeant come up with anything new?
Not really. I'm sure he still believes the boys are behind all this.
Well, I don't, my lady.
William found this piece of lace over there. Doesn't belong to anyone in the house. But it could belong to someone who got into the hall dressed as Vanessa Marden and then ran out and pretended to be knocked down by a horse.
Well, in that case, someone's definitely trying to frighten us.
Yes, but why?
I don't rightly know, my lady. This seems strange. At the same time we hear that Stilgo Lodge is unsafe, this so-called ghost appears.
Yes, I've been having thoughts along those lines, but I can't come up with anything clear.
Me neither.
Oh, well, let's see if we can get more satisfaction from Mr. Wilkinson.
Right, my lady. I'll have a word with some of the miners out at Anley. See what I can find out there.
Oh, thank you, Benjamin. We better be on our way. Oh, William, that's Annerley, and that's the coal mine. One of the deepest pits in England.
There's the winding wheel.
You know, for the past few years, this has been a very, very sad town.
Why is that?
Well, the Annerley Steam Coal Company cut the wages of the miners, so they came out on strike. Now, that was the general strike, when all the other workers came out in support of the miners.
A very important history lesson for you, that was, lads. Good morning, lady.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Wilkinson. This is my son, Jonathan, and his friend, William, who's staying with us during the holidays.
How do you do?
How do you do, sir?
Can you sit down, please?
Thank you, Mr. Wilkinson.
Yes, Lady Flaxton, you got my letter?
Yes, that's what I've come about. You say that Annerley Pit has been worked under Stilgo Lodge and subsidence is taking place.
That's right.
When was the pit worked under there?
Oh, within the last 2 years. Well, I act for the coal company as well, so I have access to their maps. I've got the one in question over here. Gather round, lads. Who knows something about geology?
I do, sir.
Oh, when will you be able to follow these coal seams then? Now, here's the one in question. The pit, you see, it goes along here and under Stilgo Lodge. This is where it's been worked, up to here. There's no question of it. The lodge is falling into the workings.
Well, why didn't you tell us this before, Mr. Wilkinson? We had the date set for the opening of the orphanage on the strength of your first report. You didn't mention it in that.
Well, I explained that, madam, in my letter. I mislaid the final page of my report. I only discovered it on my desk 2 weeks later. I'm sorry for any inconvenience it's caused.
It has been most inconvenient. I mean, it looks now as though we won't be completing the purchase.
Oh.
Although I feel it only fair to tell you, I shall get a second opinion. You may be wrong.
I'm afraid not. Oh, by the way, I hear you've had some excitement up at Flaxton Hall in the night.
Have you?
Yeah, I hear you've got ghosts.
Oh, and where did you hear that, Mr. Wilkinson?
I went to see old Mr. Hobson.
Oh, eh?
He said exactly what you'd thought. As far as he knows, there'd be no workings under Stilgo Lodge.
The older miners out at Anley couldn't remember a seam under Stilgo either.
But do you think Mr. Wilkinson lied?
It looks that way, love. Except Wilkinson did say it was a recent seam.
We'd have heard about it.
But not necessarily Stilgo being derelict all these years. Coal company could have come to some arrangement with the trustees and they're up in London.
Yes, but surely the trustees would have said something to Lady Jane and Mr. Partridge when they decided to buy the lodge.
Yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you? Well, I must get this lot back to the hall.
All right, love. Don't forget.
What?
The arrangements.
And where did he get to hear of it?
Gossip, I suppose. News travels quickly around here.
Oh, dear. Things don't seem to be too bright, do they? After all your hard work.
Well, if the worst comes to the worst, we will just have to look for another property. But I have a feeling that it won't come to that.
Do you have some further news?
No, but I'm just not entirely satisfied with Mr. Wilkinson's amendment to his first report.
Oh, Lady Jane, do you think he could have falsified it?
I don't know.
I don't want any more to do with it. I don't want any more to do with the whole messy business. Lady Flaxton's already suspicious.
She did say she was abandoning the orphanage.
Yes, but not before she's got a second opinion.
By which time, me and my company will have bought Stilgo Lodge and sold it to the county so that they can build their trunk road.
By which time I shall be struck off for malpractice.
By which time you will be full-time surveyor for the coal company, certain of your cheque at the end of every month, and with a handsome profit from the whole deal.
I could take this phony map and stuff it down your throat.
Why? Because I paid you to draw a few extra lines on a bit of paper?
No, for what you're up to now.
Oh, I see. And what am I up to now?
Lady Flaxton's not afraid, if that's what you think. There's no sign of her giving up so easily.
Well, why should she be afraid?
Oh, don't tell me you don't know.
I don't know!
Who have you been sending up there in the night to frighten her and the children?
Hey?
That was your plan, wasn't it? To harass her so she'd give up her battle for Stilgo Lodge.
Is it?
So you think your ghost may prove to be rather substantial?
Yes. Sergeant Cornfield's investigation proved inconclusive. He couldn't prove whether there were humans or ghosts or, for that matter, any intruders whatsoever.
It's all very unsettling.
Well, I don't think we've seen the last of them, whoever they might be. I believe them to be human.
Lady Jane, do you think you ought to ask the police to put a guard on Flaxton?
Oh, they have quite enough to do as it is. In any case, they'll only say I'm a silly, frightened woman.
I don't think anyone could say that. At any rate, if you do need any assistance, you have only to call on me.
Thank you, Mr. Partridge. Oh, Benjamin, congratulations.
Milady?
On your betrothal.
Oh, Mary!
I hope you'll both be very happy.
Thank you, milady.
I'd like to thank you, Benjamin. Lady Jane's been telling me of your help.
Oh, I haven't done that much.
Well, I think you have, and I appreciate it. By the way, I thought you were coming to see me.
About the arrangements?
Yes.
Have you got the time, Vicar?
Well, I told you, Benjamin, any time. Now, don't forget, procrastination is the thief of time. Well, I'll be on my way. I'll telephone the Stilgo trustees first thing in the morning and see if they do know anything about the Annerley Coal Company digging under the place. Well, don't forget, Benjamin, any time.
I'm sorry my news from Mr. Wilkinson wasn't more promising.
Well, as you say, we mustn't allow ourselves to become discouraged. Goodbye, Lady Jane.
Goodbye, Mr. Partridge.
Better news tomorrow, eh?
Lady Flaxton?
Yes?
Oh, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
My name is Henry Selby. I would like to have a word with you, ma'am.
Do come in, Mr. Selby.
I'll be on my way.
Now, what can I do for you,
Well,
Mr.
I'll come
Selby?
straight to the point, my lady. I heard what happened here last night.
Well, I'm not surprised. The whole country seems to know.
Yes, well, I think I can be of assistance, my lady. I'd like to offer my services.
Hello there.
Glad we caught you. Could you help us with something, please?
Well, certainly, if I can.
Has Lady Jane told you about the mystery, the ghost and everything?
Yes, indeed she has.
We're going to catch it.
Really? Well, I didn't think anyone was sure it was a ghost.
We are. Not me. I found this.
Ah, a piece of lace.
Ghosts don't leave anything real behind, do they?
I shouldn't think so. There's certainly nothing ghostly about this material.
See? Is it old?
Well, that I couldn't tell you.
I thought you knew about old things, antiques and that.
A little, but lace has been made the same way for a very long time.
I definitely saw a lady and a man on a horse.
Yes, I'm sure you did.
Are you really?
Well, I'm sure you saw something. Well, the mind can play funny tricks on one sometimes.
I'm going to stay up all night in my room, and if they come back, it'll prove I was right. You could stay with us. Then if they do come back, you can
Exercise?
Yes, exercise them.
Yes. Well, I'd like to stay up with you all night, honestly, but, do you know, I really don't think I'm up to it anymore. Besides, If there really is something, I'm sure the police will be able to deal with it most efficiently. Well, goodbye, William. Jonathan.
You're a ghost catcher?
If it's a matter of ghosts, my lady, I get rid of them. It's a spare time occupation of mine.
Yes, but we're not certain yet. There are ghosts, Mr. Selby.
Well, if you've got ghosts, my lady, look, there are some press cuttings. Now, they speak of my achievements. I put affluence on that spectre in Carliston graveyard last year, an apparition that appeared to be the spirit of a Reverend Baxter, a long-departed incumbent. It's never reappeared. Oh, that's down there. Yeah, I've done a lot of exorcisms, my lady. And
I'm sorry, Mr. Selby. It seems to have got about that we've had a visitation from some ghosts. Well, we haven't. It was William who saw them. Now, we've checked all the possibilities, and we're now quite certain that it wasn't a ghost. Well, anyway, thank you for your kind interest.
Yes, well, if anything should happen, my lady, to change your mind, there's my card. That'll tell you where you can reach me.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Selby.
Goodbye, Lady Flaxton. Until next time.
Goodbye, Mr. Selby.
Did you hear something? I don't think so. Take a look. No, you take a look. You take a look. It's all right. You go. See anything? It's 1:15. Been here 3/4 of an hour. Let's go to sleep. Oh, rabbit. Why can we wait in our room? Look, we decided to find out one way or the other if it was a ghost. I don't think she's coming. What was that? It was me shifting my foot. Oh. I think we should ask Benjamin if he'd like to stay up with us. You're frightened. I'm not. You are. I'm not. You are! No. We should stay up by ourselves. We should think we'd keep quiet. You're shaking. I'm not. You are. I'm not. I can see your torch shaking. Well, I'm cold. Fibber.
So we leave the boys waiting. But for what? Maybe the answer to many questions. Is there a connection between the haunting at Flaxton Hall and the problems at Stilgo? Or is there indeed a genuine evil reaching out from the past to affect the lives of all at Flaxton Hall?